What's up, everybody? In today's special episode of Cars and Cameras, I bring you up to speed on my 1966 Chevy C10 project truck I've been working on for 9 years. We get the engine started and I drive it out of the garage for the first time since it was put back there in 2011. First off, I have to give a huge shout out to Cold Case Radiators, who sent me one of their oversized 2-row aluminum radiators for these trucks. They've been very patient with me in getting this video out. So show them some love by checking out one of their radiators at a link in the description of this video for your classic car or truck. We're going to start by going back in time 9 years because this truck has huge significance to me and to this YouTube channel. Because of this truck, Ike and I became friends, and the Cars and Cameras YouTube channel became what it is today. My dad and I bought this short bed step-side C10 back in the fall of 2011 for around $2,000, having no skills or equipment required to restore a vehicle with the intention of building a showroom-quality resto mod. What could go wrong? We tore the entire vehicle apart and sandblasted and painted the frame. From there, things got tricky. We hadn't realized that the truck we had bought was actually a Bondo-filled, pig-wearing lipstick, and we were missing all kinds of parts that we couldn't source. Luckily, our mechanic acquaintance, Isaac, had extensive knowledge of these trucks and became a vital player in helping this project take form.
We're either going to show you how to do a top swap, or we're going to show you how not to do one.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. The rust and botched bodywork was so bad that we had to get a donor cab. One cab had a rust-free top, and the other had a relatively rust-free bottom. So we cut the roof off of both cabs and made one rust-free cab.
Hey, look, we got us a convertible here.
To simplify the restoration, we bought and installed a 350 cubic inch crate engine with 330 horsepower and 385 foot-pounds of torque. Over time, I learned MIG welding, basic fab work, and body work from Isaac, and I was able to do all of the body work myself.
Oh yeah, it's not even at all. Lots of pinholes in it. I got a lot more work to do.
After the rust repair and bodywork was finished, I moved on to paint, which was another skill set entirely and a huge learning opportunity that I really grew to enjoy. I bought a cheap auto parts store paint gun, built a paint booth in the garage with the help of some friends, and got busy learning paint work by trial and error.
I am exhausted. We just finished up. I don't know. I guess this is jamming. I don't know, but my buddy Coulter and Matthew are helping out. And yeah, just turning the garage into a steamy mess. I can't breathe in here. I gotta leave. It is time to say goodbye to the multicolored C10. Everything is all in here, ready to go. I need a little bit more self-etch primer on the hood there. So we are literally ready to go live. Mix and paint, put my paint suit on, and we're doing it. So enjoy. Step 1, sealer.
My final desired color was a Harley-Davidson satin metallic silver, which is inspired from Ike's 2009 Sportster Iron 883. Since I was starting with multicolored body panels, my first layer was a coat of sealer. The Harley-Davidson paint was incredibly expensive, so I first laid down 3 coats of a similar but inexpensive General Motors silver to get the color close, and then topped it with a layer of Harley-Davidson paint. I topped it all off with 3 coats of satin clear coat. I am really happy with my color choice. The metallic flake gives it a lot of depth, and up close it has subtle cool undertones that set it apart from other silvers. After paint was done, I assembled most of the body and started on the interior.
So we have the driver and the passenger side windows in. It seems like the more you roll them up and down, the better they feel. We cannot get the driver's side door latch done because just a problem with the new part. The original latch fits in there just fine, but the new one does not. After like 30 minutes of hammering and trying to straighten it out, it's just a total loss. But here is the passenger side. And you don't even have to slam it that hard. Of course, it's gonna take some time for this weather stripping to break in, and that's why I'm just keeping the door closed, but that's why you have to close the door extra hard, at least for right now. So next, I am going to shorten the, well, not the actual steering column, but a piece of the steering column has to be shortened in order for the steering column to sit where I want it in this dash. I measured Ike's. His steering wheel starts at about 7 3/4 inches. So I'm going to basically match that because I really like where the steering wheel sits in his truck. Here's the new column. It's all painted up, ready to slide in there once I cut that piece. That's shortened. Now I can install it, put the steering shaft in, and connect it right there.
Did you figure out how the clutch pedal works at all?
No. Not yet.
Alright, you want me to line it up with this thing?
Yep, and go ahead and let me know when you're good.
Yep.
That it?
That's it.
Okay, I should be able to bolt it up too. I ordered Autometer Phantom 2 gauges, a set of circle track wheels, and white letter tires to give the lowered truck a touch of Nascar. Fuel tank is installed. Let me show you guys why I'm not too happy with it. First off, the factory fuel tank has these dimples in it like that. And this one is in the correct place. However, this one is not in the correct place. I had to bash a new one for this fuel tank strap. Secondly, these fuel tank straps are not correct. The only way I could get them to fit in the hooks back there is if this was turned around the wrong way. So it was a big pain to get the bolts on there. So I'm not thrilled that I'm having to jank up the fuel tank a little bit, but it should be safe. Well, it's another day already, and I had some more parts come in, including the new windshield. The old one wasn't bad, but it did have some pitting, some scratches, some cracking. So I went ahead and got a new one for like $180, I think, plus shipping. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the gasket on and get some help from my dad and my brother. I'm just gonna pop it in there. That'll be one less thing to do. Ike and my brother helped me get the windshield in last night. Still a couple things left to do. The bottom is not completely seated, but everywhere else is. It's looking really good in here. So Ike lent me this basically doorstop looking tool to try to shove up under here to help seat the bottom, but I'm gonna wait until I can get a hand with that. But since the windshield is in, I can do kind of finishing touches type stuff like rear view mirror and sun visors and fun, easy stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I also installed the beautiful new cold case aluminum radiator. It looks awesome and should have no problems keeping this small block nice and cool.
Isaac is with me here today, and we're going to be doing a couple more things to the C10 before we wrap up this episode. We need to chase down some issues with the wiring. Some of the lights work, some of them don't, so we need to figure out which ones don't work and why. We can put a serpentine belt on it. We have a universal joint, so we might be able to get a drive shaft in it. One thing is for sure, I don't even remember if I finished hooking up all the headlights. I know there's some ground straps I still need to attach.
Okay, you got to have the grounds hooked up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you backfeed and stuff.
So let's do that first.
Hook up the grounds.
In my defense, we stay so busy working on go-karts and mini bikes and stuff that this is literally just, I have 2 hours this week to work on this. So I start projects and then I get sidetracked.
You got to figure out, you got to figure out where you were.
And it takes just as much time to figure out where you were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I have one ground strap hooked up. I did it the other night from the frame to the cab. And I need one from the bed to the chassis. And I need one from the engine to the chassis. Let me look.
Yeah, you need one from the engine to the chassis. It's usually a heavy gauge wire, dude.
So Ike hooked up the ground from the chassis to the bed back there. And I need to go to the store and get a new ground strap for the front end. So we're going to test this rear lighting section again. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that smoke coming from?
Man, come on. Funny guy. All right, key on.
All right, so far so good.
So we have like running lights.
Okay, so when you hit the left turn signal, both of these lights are working,
Yeah.
and that one's blinking like it should.
Like it should, okay.
When you hit the right turn signal, this one goes out and no blinking. I figured out what we have here is failure to electrocute.
Pretty good.
Oh, really? You like that?
Okay.
Bad ground, guys. The taillight housing has, well, the taillight has 2 wires going to it. One is for the running lights, one is for the brake lights and turn signals. And the whole housing itself is grounded to the body. Well, John did such a fantastic job painting it that we have a bad, we don't have, it's not grounding through the taillight assembly. The bed is grounded, but the taillight assembly needs to be grounded to the bed. So I'm going to scratch some of the paint off behind this bolt, and I'm going to tighten it back up, and hopefully we will have good ground.
All right, give it a shot, bud.
Right turn signal.
Yep.
Left turn signal.
Yes, sir.
Brake.
Yeah.
Turn signal.
Yep.
Brake and turn signal.
Yep. And then, like, running lights?
Lights.
Okay. Yep. Awesome.
Left
Yep.
and brake.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
and brake.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, that's awesome, dude. Thank you.
So we had a ground issue at the back.
Yes, indeed.
Beautiful paint job. I'm so sorry, but
Gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah. So your paint got scratched, but it's under the bolts.
Yeah,
so
no
it won't
biggie.
show.
No biggie. Going in there. We had to search far and wide for a universal joint for this thing. Not really sure why. I'm kicking my hardware around.
Well, I have no idea where that drive shaft came from. I mean, it was in my stash, and I don't know what it came from. Now, the majority of my stuff is
Chevrolet.
General Motors. So, as big as it is, I'm thinking it's an old Impala or something like that.
Oh, big body car.
Yeah, big body car.
That's pushed in.
Actually, that looks pretty good, dude.
Excellent. Alright. That's slid on in there. We'll get this other one going. Man, this is close quarters.
Yes, it is. So you see the
There's a little lip
a little lip that keeps that cap from.
falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I see it.
So
And this one,
that one isn't seated yet. I'm wondering if it's that grease fitting that's the problem.
where is our...
I don't know, but do you have it tightened up enough where it's not going to flop out?
This bottom
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
All right, that's good. So how much horsepower you got on this truck?
Not enough, am I right?
Well, I don't know about that.
330 or something.
330?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, mate.
Well, that's fine. I was thinking a good 300 horsepower, some clutch dumps. You know, I think it'll handle it.
Okay. Alright, universal joint is installed, my man.
All right.
So that means as soon as... Ow, funny bone. As soon as I get a fuel system and a gas pedal, this will be a putter.
Yeah.
A putter round.
No clutch dumps, because I've only got that drive shaft spot welded in
Yeah.
4 places.
Yep. So, you got it, dog.
All right, dude.
No clutch dumps.
All right. I'll see you up top, man.
Sounds good, man. Next up, we have getting the front lights to work.
The grill and everything. The lights are attached to the grill. We've got the lights figured out, but we've got to run the wiring and then put the grill back up.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then run a power wire and a ground.
Oh, got some movement.
So we just need to push this guy back so we can pass
Yeah.
the electronics through.
I tried passing it through with it in place, but it didn't want to go. All right, sweet.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. So these wires and stuff, are you fine with them being?
As long as they're hidden, brother. The radiator is mounted. Our radiator hoses are connected. Hose clamps are on. Ike is working on a bracket for our throttle return springs. The fuel line is mostly there. The fuel pump is mounted. So we are getting real close to being able to fire it up and pull it out of the shop. Got to put a steering wheel on it. So I'm going to fill the cold case radiator up with some coolant. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Still got to tighten that up.
Yeah. It's definitely, we're going to be able to pull it out of the shop, but I wouldn't go any farther than that, right?
Right. What was it that you did to me the other day? Oh.
I poured concentrate in the radiator. Now we're doing water.
Probably not even close to being full.
Should I put more in it?
Nah, I mean, eventually, yeah. But for
Testing purposes.
testing purposes, at least the water pump's going to be lubricated by the coolant.
Yeah, it's going to have something going on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Have you tightened up the belt yet? Nope.
Nah. Is that belt going to get tight?
I don't know.
Cool.
Tell me. Man, how many cars can you get in the engine compartment and stand up in front of the engine?
There's supposed to be a fan here, though. There's not.
Aren't you going to put an electric fan in?
Yes. The fuel system is almost finished up for testing purposes.
Hold on, Tom.
Yes.
I wonder if this wire is key on or if it's battery all the time. This one right here. I guess what we can do is I can break out my test light wherever it's at and I can check it.
We just need to wire up the fuel pump, which is under the passenger side of the frame. We can put a steering wheel on it, and I think we will be ready for its maiden voyage. My dad has joined us for the moment of truth. Ike had to leave, but we got the fuel pump wired up, fuel line for testing purposes, kind of everything else for testing purposes. Headlights won't work, any of that stuff won't work. Just gonna fire it up. Ooh, gotta get that out of the belt there. All right, we're just gonna let all this hang out. Ready?
Ready.
Big moment here. There we go. You can hear it's picked up fuel. Oh, let's look under the hood and make sure we don't have any fuel leaks first. That's wet. Yep. All right, I'll turn it off. All right. So right off the bat, a little bit of a fuel leak. That's okay. We will get it fixed. Fuel leaks have been chased down. Only had one of them. One of the hose clamps wasn't tight. So let's try it again. Okay. Let's try it. Fire. It's got pressure in it now.
Yeah. So that brings us where we are today. I am extremely thankful for this vehicle and the countless friends that have put in dozens of hours to help this dream become a reality. Also, huge shout out to my dad, who gave the green light on this project in the first place back when I was in high school. And he basically let me destroy his dream garage that he worked 30 years to get. Just so that I could learn these new skills, build a business, build this truck, and earn new friendships, and so I could share it all with you. And of course, thank you for watching. Next update, I'm hoping this thing will be driving around on the street, not just putting around in the garage. But of course, lots more hours before then. So thank you for watching, everybody. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this special episode, and subscribe to Cars and Cameras for future updates on this C10. We have a new long sleeve t-shirt out on our website, CarsandCameras.com, and a new very, very high quality hoodie as well. So go to our website, Carsandcameras.com, and pick one up in time for the holidays to help support us in our future episodes. Thanks for watching again, guys. We will catch you next time.